whatever we were doing in Hero U Road Redemption. I don't actually remember whatever we were doing exactly in Hero U Road Redemption. I don't actually remember exactly where we were. I think right, we were about to go to bed. Hello, Voyaging Moon. Good to see you again. As I was saying, today we will have a brief discussion of the role of the trickster in story and legend. Trickster is the name given to gods, people, spirits, or animals who defy tradition or morals of society. The trickster stories generally involve tricks, thefts, swindling, and cleverness, and are told in many different lands and cultures. Germania has Till Eulenspiegel, Africana has its Anansi the Spider and Eshu, and Shinjo has the Monkey King. Europa has many stories about Renard the Fox as a trickster. The fox is clever, cunning, irreverent, and performs his acts of treachery and trickery with a merry glee. Thus the fox is the mascot of the Rogue Guild. Rather than bore you with a long lecture on the nature of tricksters, I want you all to give an oral report in class tomorrow on one particular trickster of your choice. I suggest you spend your afternoon in the library or speaking with someone who already knows about the subject. Any questions or comments? Let's be clever. So I take it that a rogue is a trickster because we outfox locks and we talk to mock and to flummox. We trick and entreat the unwary or unwise to do what we want. In effect, rogues are really just tricksters with a guild. Indeed. I expect you to do this research this afternoon. Make the most of your time. Make the most of our time. Well, let's start by talking to Joel here. How does it feel knowing that Sosie can't bully you around? It is actually nice to not have to be Cesari's henchman. See you later. I will indeed look forward to it. Let's, I don't think we need to buy anything from him right now. Let's flirt a little bit. Shall we slip away for a little S&C? S&C? What is that? Snuggling and cuddling, and everything else that goes with that. Will there be kissing? I think we can work that part into our busy schedule, too. Then by all means, lead me into temptation. Oh my. So here we see a battle with the Dread Gazebo. We'll have to practice this again sometime. Practice makes perfect, after all. I suppose I could buy lots and lots of sleeping powder. Why don't I look through and buy some sleeping powder, yeah. Can never have too much. This is one of those areas where I wish that being able to buy a quantity was possible. Hello, Katmaidna. Katmaid DNA. Hey, Mumsy. Let's listen at the door here. Nobody in there. I'm going to go over to the library, I think. Gotta do some studying on tricksters. There are two ways I found to do the trickster assignment. One is to go to the library and read up on them. Let's save before sneaking past Turk. And the other is to just talk to the master about it, but I figure could always stand to boost the smarts a little bit. Library is a good place to go. So it is absolutely pouring rain here. I don't know if you can hear it at all, but I can hear it through my headphones, which are actually pretty good at blocking noise, so. It is absolutely pouring and also unpleasantly warm in my bedroom. So, worst of both worlds, hooray. Alright, is it? Books on storytelling, here we go. I knew it was in this general vicinity. Well, I'm glad it at least isn't coming through at your end. So let's do it doesn't really matter much which Trickster book, it just changes the story that I end up telling about. Let's do the Tricksters and Myths and Tales. Interesting, this book talks about tricksters all around the world. It seems like tricksters are a universal archetype, whatever that means. We've had thunder and lightning a little bit. Who knew tricksters were so interesting? We're smarter. But I might also, as I'm here, let's read up on risk-taking some more. Get our moxie going. Never give up, never surrender, full speed ahead. Early dinner bell. I'm going to quit a thing that is giving me notifications because it's bugging me. Tricksters rule, fighters drool. Them's fighting words. I think we ran out of story in the big book. Alright, now we are late for supper, which is the worst, but... Okay, so let's check and see if we can do some eavesdropping. Looks like nothing going on here. Why? Hello, person talking in the next room. Let's see, who on earth could this be? Why, it's Thomas! It was so good to see you again, even if it was only your ghost. I'm so glad you forgive my deceit and treachery. I sent a letter to Mama. I doubt she'll ever understand or forgive me for what I've done, but at least she'll know that I'm fine. My life is my own now. I don't know where it will lead me, but I know I have the courage to face it on my own terms. I'm a lot like you. I may not be a paladin, but I can be a hero too. Oh, hello, Shawn. Hi, Thomas. I can't thank you enough for being there in the Paladin Memorial. It means a great deal to me to know that you were there. I regret my choices. Pro tip, don't do this. So you're a girl. I'm sorry for the deception all the time. I disguised myself as a guy to get away from my mother and come here. She wanted me to go back to Albion and find a husband, not to go to the school for heroes. That's why I tried not to get involved with you. I didn't want anyone to find out that I was a fraud. It's funny how everyone in this class thought of you as more of a paladin than a rogue, and yet you were tricking us all the time. I'm sorry I had to deceive you. Hey, all this means if anyone should be rogue of the year, it should be you. You out-rogued us all. That was uncomfortable. Good night, Thomas. Sweet dreams. I'll be seeing you in my dreams. Not Esme? That's going to be horribly out of context on YouTube. My mom in the chat saying she has a crush on Thomas. And me recalling her previous crush on Katrina in Quest for Glory 4. Feeling that Esme would be a more appropriate choice. Let's see, anything going on here? Nope, can't hear anything now. Fair, fair. More than one crush is obviously allowable. Which, speaking of, hi, Aeolus. You sound cheery. I've got a song in my heart. Wanna hear it? Sure, Aeolus. We're friends, right? I'm not gonna try to sing it. Esme, I do beseech ya, I'd love to meet ya. You're my main feature, you should know that. I only want to chat and not just fall flat or be a placemat. I love you, Esme, I'll tell you no lies. I cannot disguise, I like your bright eyes. Whenever you dance, if there's an off chance you'd like some romance, I won't look askance. Please love me, Esme. How was that? Is it worthy of Esme? I think Esme will be flattered by your song. Are you going out with Esme? More like I'm staying in with Esme. She's teaching me the songs of her people. So you're making beautiful music together then? I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't sweet on Esme. You should rest up for tomorrow. I could play all night for my delight, but I will rest at your request. Alright, we've got a homework assignment to do. I'm not actually interested in that. I guess we already did it, technically. Aeolus is a good friend. Alright, let's practice a thing. How about throwing? We haven't made our throwing as good as it could be. Why do you always hear all of Aeolus's songs? I assume it's because you're cursed. Practice with daggers, get a little better at throwing. At this point, most of the stats that I care about are pretty near good as they need to be. Let's, oh, I know. Let's practice with the grappling hook. Better not make it look too easy. And, walk tightrope. And away we go. And when you consider what I started at, hard work is paid off. Oh hey, Monster Jello? Yeah, well, if I'm not doing any combat, I don't care about the combat stats, right? Time for a good night's rest. As I was saying, so far these trickster reports have been most interesting. I am pleased that you all took this assignment seriously. Herr Sossi, your report on Mercurius as the trickster god of Sicilia was most thorough. Of course, Master. Mercurius is the patron god of my family. God of thieves and merchants, I can see why Sossi would like Mercurius. Fräulein McMichael, you make an excellent point that a monkey should be considered the sailor's trickster. I was unaware that sailors often had monkeys as pets. My father had a monkey named Chichi on a ship. He'd bring it home when he was on holiday, and it always made a mess of everything. Fräulein Esme, the stories you tell about Rover Davy are fascinating. Perhaps one day you should write a book, recording such tales. Thank you, sir. Reynard the Fox was a good subject for your report, Herr Kent. Despite your deceptively studious manner, I suspect there's a great deal of mischief within your soul. I'd like to think so, sir. Your choice of Raven Trickster was appropriate for you, Herr Kiro. Perhaps you too will learn to soar above your current status. I will do my best, Master. So now we come to Herr O'Connor. I hope you will demonstrate as much diligence and thought with your report as your compatriots have done. I did my research on the role of tricksters in society. While the assignment was to research a specific trickster rather than lecture on their role, I will credit you for the thoroughness of your presentation. I'll remind you all that we are approaching the end of the semester. Think about what you have done and who has earned the title of Rogue of the Year. You will be judged on your actions in and out of the classroom. You will also have a chance to rate your fellow students as to how well you think they deserve this award. The final Rogue test will be next week, so you should avoid distractions and actually study for a change. It would be a pity to flunk this class after all you've been through here. Good afternoon. Hey Joel, anything new? No, nothing new. Alright. We're still only buddies. I'm BFFs with the science teacher, still only buddies with the guy whose life I saved. Let's see. Do I have any good gifts for Joel? Well, fine wine. Would you like a bottle of this fine wine I came across? You are giving this to me? That is most kind of you. I will enjoy this. And still buddies. Get flirt on. Care to go for a little stroll around the dungeon with me? I think that I can find the time in my most busy of schedules to do a little exploring with you now. Who knew that dungeons could be so romantic? Dungeons are not romantic. It is what we do in the dungeons that is romantic. There are jokes I'm not going to make. Ha! BFF achieved. I'm gonna see if the master is in. You may enter. How may I aid you today? Did you know my father? Yes. I had a long conversation with him many years ago. He was a very honorable rogue, even if he didn't think of himself that way. Do you know what happened to him? I do not. I was in Somalia when I received the news of his death. Is there such a thing as a rogues guild? That is a rogues guild, yes. However, true rogues are rare, and most people have never heard of them. There are only a few individuals who call themselves rogues. Therefore, there is only one rogues guild. The guild seeks out individuals who prove themselves to be rogues and invites them to join. Perhaps one day you will be invited to join, if you act accordingly. What's the point of a rogues guild? I mean, with a thieves guild, you get assignments and have a safe place to sell things and maybe a chance to get out of jail. Most rogues are loners, working their ways in isolation. The guild recognizes their value to society and cheers on their deeds as no one else can. Members help each other when they can. It reminds rogues that they are not alone in fighting the good fight to bring justice in the face of injustice. And members of the Rogues Guild have a thing that no members of the Thieves Guild ever have: trust, kinship, and friendship between one another. Why do you keep encouraging us to become Rogue of the Year when it's such a pointless thing? Rogues treat life as if it were a game in which they set their own rules and goals. Some people thrive upon competition. The Rogue of the Year is a game that any one of you can win. The title of Rogue of the Year is a better acknowledgement of your abilities and accomplishments than any grade can ever be. I can see why you consider tricksters to be rogues, but why do you think we should learn about them? In this class, we have talked about the skills of stealth and doing things in the shadows. The trickster stories show that rogues can be effective with charm and personality as well as cunning. Let's butter up the prof a bit. Sir, I came across this rare vintage wine and I figure you are a connoisseur of fine things. Would you like to have it as a gift? Well done. Nice use of flattery mixed with bribery. I accept your gift with pleasure. Danke. Good day to you, sir. Make the most of the time you have. This semester is almost over. Good day to you. I'm just grinding the relationships here. Buddies with the master is good. Yikes, what are these? They look like Drats, but they're huge. Okay, so we are now at my least favorite, from the point of view of this playthrough especially, portion of game, which is, I didn't mean to do that. We have now got to deal with these things. So I hope I can. So, the castle has been invaded by warrior Drats. And this is a problem because I can't kill the warrior Drats. I'm going to need lots and lots of sleeping powder. And to make matters worse, you can't get rid of the warrior Drats for, I think, a few days. This game is half luck, half psychology, and half mathematics. Me, about my entire life. Let's play some pool. Okay, concentrate. Be the ball. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself when I'm max gaming. Besides winning at Pua, I mean. Let's play the maximum amount of billiards here. Come on, the pocket is your home. Are you too good for your home? Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. Late for dinner again? I need to keep better track of time. No, I don't. So would you say this invasion is one of Dratastophic proportions? It would clearly become a cataclysm. Good one. My smarts were debuffed by being hungry. There were several people in the infirmary today who have been attacked by dire rats. These warrior drats are a serious threat. If this invasion continues, they may have to close down the school. So how do you stop an infestation? Every ship has rats. This castle just has drats instead. Something is causing them to invade the castle. We just have to find out what. Indeed, someone must put a stop to this. The drats are everywhere in the castle. They are undoubtedly coming up from the dungeons underneath. I don't see any drats running around in here. They don't dare. The chef will make dratatouille out of them. Or deep-fried drat tails with drats up on them. This dining hall will close shortly. As you leave the room, I expect you all to do your duty as students of this university and prove your worth. Get rid of the drats! And again, anything that ticks Turk off isn't that bad. Alright, we're sneaking as sneakily as we can. But it's still good to go and see if I can eavesdrop. Without getting eaten by drats. There will be a great deal of saving. There's like... this might be... oh, cripes. There is something to eavesdrop on, but... hey, Summer! I'm going to restore, so we will have this conversation later. Congratulations, Summer. I hear people talking. Why are all these confounded vermin running around here all of a sudden? I found 3 of these nuisances running around my lab today, and one knocked over my petri dish collection of rare slime mold spores. The rat man claims they're coming out of the dungeons to look for something specific. Well, I don't care why they're here. I just want them gone. Aha! I could modify my steam-driven mechanical bloodhound, a bear trap, a paddle ball, cat ears, and a flamethrower to create the ultimate dire rat destroyer! Great. So how long will it take you? Why, no time at all. Given that I already have most of the equipment in my laboratory, I should have a working prototype up and running around the castle in approximately 7 months and 13 days. Assuming, of course, I can find my paddle ball. I'm with you, Sophia. Okay, we... running... wow, I was lucky that I got out of there alive. Have you seen the drats running all over the place? Maestro Lorenzo is furious. Hi, Aeolus. So how are things with you today? Awesome! I've been inspired to write a song about the school. We got monsters down below, zombie pirates on broken ships in the sea caves, and we got ghosts floating in the halls of our hero school, the Broken Castle. But they tell us that this is why we need to be ready, facing nasty pirates who are deady. We don't scare, we got finals, we got an ace. Sure, we got drats in the basement and critters in the pantry, flying skulls and gogs who wanna eat me. We don't scare our teachers, we've got to face. 'Cause we need to be heroes, heroes. We can't run, always run away. We've got to face our greatest fears. We gotta find the new frontiers. Let me be your hero, hero. You can call me any day. And maybe I'll try to keep the bogeyman away. Do you like it? Let's be clever. No self-respecting boogeyman would dare show up around here. Mr. Turk will scare him away. So what are people saying about the Drats? Drats are everywhere. They chased my bard class out of the practice room and ran off with a fiddle bow and a saxophone. Ah, clearly the Drats are into sax and violins. What was that about Lorenzo? The maestro was demonstrating his basso profundo when a drat jumped down on top of him from the rafters. It knocked off Lorenzo's hat and his wig. My whole class sat there desperately trying not to laugh. Our maestro demonstrated his extensive vocabulary and profanity as he placed his wig back upon his head and stomped off to speak to the headmaster. As soon as he slammed the classroom door on his way out, we all started rolling on the floor with laughter. Best class ever! Have a good night's rest. At the moment, I'm wrestling with some lyrics before I slip off to sleep. The puns in this game are not dreadful, they are wonderful, and I will not hear otherwise. Another apple core. What does the cork want now? Unless Aeolus sharpens his teeth, it's been cork bitten alright. There's even half a worm left behind here. Gross. I am pretty hurt. I might want to use a healing item to be on the safe side, and I think I still have some. Looks like I got rid of all of my ordinary healing potions. I'm just gonna bandage myself up so that I am a little less likely to die if immediately hit. Dratful puns, yes, I think that's true. Alright. See if back. That's an unwelcome surprise when you go into the bathroom in the middle of the night. Let's eavesdrop. Drats! If they could see themselves in the mirror, they'd die of disgust. There are worse things than drats. Does this have something to do with why all the ghosts were so upset on the Nights of the Dead? No, ghosts need not fear drats. This is something different. These drats are warrior drats. They are not hunting for food. Then what are they hunting for? I do not know yet. I just know it is important to find out. Alright, without running into a drat, let's try and make our way back. Let's, God. It's got me back in the corner. Alright, we're going to use some sleeping powder on this one. And we're gonna go try and find our friend the cork. So the first time I encountered warrior drats playing this, please let there not be any in here. I don't think there are any in this secret passage. But I haven't actually mapped out the full extent of where they go and where they don't. Boss! Boss, you gotta help us! You gotta save the Quirks! Hello to you, too. It's terrible! We Quirks are trapped by nasty Drats! You gotta stop them, boss! Hi, nice night for surreptitious meeting, don't you think? Nice night? Nice night? How can anything be nice when any moment now we're all gonna be eaten by Drats? I take it that things are not going well for you? Oh, things are peachy keen, if you don't mind the fact that we're all gonna die! I'd like to offer you my friendship. You know, I'd really rather have an apple. Fair. So, the Drats are bothering you, why come to me? Everyone around the school is going after the Drats. Look, boss, it's not enough to just kill a few here and there. The only way to stop them from coming here and eating all the Quirks, and everything else, is to get the Queen Drat. The Drats have a queen? Yeah, if you think Drats are bad, you should see her. She's really big and really mean. You don't dare borrow anything from her area. She'll send an army of Drats after you. So where is this Queen Drat? Maybe I can do something about her. Yes! I knew you were a good one, boss. I knew you'd save the Quirks. Her lair is near the wine cellar, but you can't get there that way. The Drats have blocked off the door and the area around it with a bunch of junk. You'll have to come in the back way through the torture chamber in the dungeon below. And that means going through the creepy guy's room. The creepy guy? That sounds scary. He is scary, boss. We Quirks don't go near him, but you'll have to get past him and down through the dungeon to get to the Queen Drat's back door. So, where is this creepy guy? Yes, you can do this, boss. I know you can. You get to the creepy guy's lair through the librarian's lair. Just look for the creepiest painting there. Behind it, there's a way to Mr. Creepy himself. I'll take care of the Drat Queen for you. It's the least I can do for making you lose your finder status. You'll be the hero of the Quirks for this, boss. We'll tell stories about how brave you were to face death and scary stuff just to save the Quirks. Oops, getting late. I better run for it to avoid the Drats. You get that Queen Drat and teacher to not mess with us Quirks again. See you later. Well, so now we have more information, but we don't have a quest on this yet. It's interesting that the only entry in our diary that we have about the Drats is about the Quirk. Be safe, Summer. So now we know where we gotta go to get rid of the Drats, theoretically, but we've still got a few problems in the way. Besides warrior Drats themselves, I mean. Although they are the big problem. They hurt. Let's, well, actually, we still got some time. Let's study at least. No sense not trying to up the smarts a little bit here. I am not going to do a lot of stuff that involves moving around the castle when the Drats are running around, though. Herr O'Connor, I see you have had quite a rough night of it. Report to the infirmary immediately after class. As I was saying, and so safecracking requires the same skills as lockpicking, but with a defter touch and more patience. You will have the opportunity to demonstrate your patience and skill at safecracking tomorrow during class, so I suggest you master that skill this afternoon. Master von Urwald, there is a dire rat behind you. You will need to bring your rogue tools with you to class tomorrow. Master, there is another dire rat. As I was saying, you will be tested upon your skills. Sir? What are these verdammten vermin doing in my classroom? This is unacceptable! You are dismissed! Drats in class really ticked off Gerhard. In other news, he's really good at dagger throwing. Still no tasks. These dire rats seem to be getting into everything. Something must have stirred them up. How are things going for you today? Watching the master's reaction to the dire rats in the classroom may have been amusing, but these drats are a hazard. I do hope that someone will stop them soon. They are very bad for business. Do you have any idea about what's going on with the drats? I have no interest in these rodents of unusual size. They're probably not even rodents. However, I did overhear a conversation between Professor Featherstonehaw and Lady Moira that the dire rats are not simply invading the castle. They seem to be searching for something specific. Oh, there's a typo in that line. Furthermore, the wizard instructor believes the drats are acting upon the magic control of someone or something. Interesting, no? Got anything interesting for sale today? I have a very nice magical jacket for sale today. It is the attack it. It greatly improves a person's combat skills. It would look quite dashing upon you. Have you come across any other unusual bits of information? Esme was speaking with Katie in passing and mentioned something about checking out the drats in the wine cellar. Unfortunately, that's all I managed to make out. Bye for now. It is always a pleasure to speak with you, Shawn. And it's a good job that I did buy loads and loads of sleeping powder because it's not available at this point. Let's be flirty. You make me feel like a hero when I'm around you. That's because you are a hero, and I shall always be happy to remind you of that fact. I shall also be very pleased to appropriately reward you for being my hero. Shall we? Wow, who knew that heroism could be so rewarding? Nobody in there. Let's see if the master's in. You may enter. What do you wish to discuss today? I just wanted to thank you for all the things you were teaching me about rogues and life in general. I know this has been an amazing opportunity for me to change my life. I am flattered by your words of gratitude. You have a very friendly and sincere manner of speaking. These are excellent traits for a rogue to use when manipulating others. Have you always been a rogue, sir? I have always been iconoclastic and unconventional. However, in my youth, I believed that rules and laws were necessary and good for society. Kings and nobles were inherently superior to lower classes and deserved to rule them. I was soon disillusioned of such notions of nobility and righteousness by the stupidity of ceaseless worry in Germania and the blatant injustices done in the name of rulers. I would have succumbed to bitterness and cynicism had I not met a young rogue who reminded me that life is what we make of it. One can always do what they know is right. One person can change the world for good. A rogue saved my life from wasted ruin. Thus I became a rogue in order to do the same for others. That's nice. I learned the cause of the Drat invasion, sir. There's a Drat queen driving the dire rats into the castle in search for something. Do you know where this Drat queen can be found? She's in a room beside the wine cellar, but the door from the cellar has been blocked off by debris. There's supposed to be another way in through the dungeon, though. The dungeon is a very dangerous place in and of itself, Herr O'Connor. I do not recommend that you venture there unless you have honed all your skills and wits. However, if you succeed, you will prove to the headmaster and to Herr Turk that a rogue can be a real hero to this university. Good day, sir. Guten Tag. Let's, check the lock room. I meant to pick the lock. I'm operating on the theory here that if I stay in this part of the castle as much as possible, I will have fewer Drats to deal with. I'm gonna check out the safe here, because we're supposed to be studying safe cracking, right? It's huge and intimidating. I can't imagine what might be hiding behind there. However, seeing as this monstrosity is in a room for would-be lockpickers, it's probably empty. Ah, he won't even try. Let's... go through our vowels. Aha. Yes, I realize this is not the most efficient way to get to N. I like how you tell the teacher for the Drats are coming in, and he clearly indicates he's not going to do anything with the information. Yeah, well, he wants you to learn by doing, because he's a good teacher. He's not lazy or hands-off or whatever the heck the Hogwarts faculty were. Alright. Youch, I'm still hurt. Back to sneaking and also do a save. Better safe than sorry, after all. I think I'm gonna see if I can drop in on Moira. Back without running into Drats, Part of the problem I got here is that there is a certain amount of glare on my screen. Let me actually reduce the lighting here so that I can see. This damn Drat better. Also zooming. I think I'm just going to try to the closest to a brute force method that I can. And quick. You look hurt. Let me help you. Here, drink this potion. It should ease the pain. Thanks, Moira. I needed that. Thank you. I feel much better now. If you're going into danger, you really should carry a healing potion in case of emergencies. Yeah, I know that. I'm just cheap. Hi, Moira. I've been dodging Drats all day. How come I don't see any around the infirmary? I've had to take down several of them here in the last hour. Gregor was kind enough to dispose of the bodies. Uh-huh. Kind. Why do you think the Drats are running around here? Professor Featherstone says there's some sort of magic controlling the dire rats in the castle, but she's been unable to determine the source. Hi again, Summer. The bad news is that she believes the spell originates from someplace within the castle itself. There are many mysteries about this place. Please be careful wherever you go until we find the source of this problem. You know, I'd be happy to hang out with you this afternoon to distract you from those vermin. I'll be fine without your help, thank you. I'll see you later. Don't let the Drats get you down. Try to stay safe, Shawn. Oops, late for dinner. Gotta rush. Which means 2 fewer drats to dodge. Everyone is on edge with all the drats running around the castle. Yeah. Yeah. That is a reasonable reaction to there being drats, frankly. Doing the, saving early and often. Here, let's see if anyone's in the rec room. I can hear Esme and Katie are talking. The subject is clearly about drats. These drats are so annoying. It's stupid to have to sneak around the school to avoid them. At least we can get past them without wasting too much time. Other students have to fight drats everywhere. Well, someone better stop the drat infestation soon. What good is a school for heroes if no one acts like one? Let's practice our card theory, because we're here. I want to get good enough so even I wouldn't want to play against me. I honestly can't relate to that sentiment, Shawn. Alright, let's talk to Katie. Some school lists is. You can't walk through the halls without risking a drat attack. As if you'd let a few drats stop you from getting where you want to go. Face it, Katie, you enjoy facing danger. Just because I'm not afraid to go into danger doesn't mean I want to risk my life just getting to breakfast. There is such a thing as having too much of a good thing. Wait, does that mean you can have too much of me? That would be an overly liberal interpretation of the word good. Who knows, maybe this drat infestation is just part of the school curriculum. This is a school for heroes, after all. Heroes don't let little things like drats get in the way of their education. So when I look at a drat, I'm supposed to think, aha, another learning opportunity, is that it? Well, when life is a school, everything's a lesson. Let's flirt with Katie a little bit. You want to take a romantic walk with me around the courtyard? We can have an exciting time together. Sorry, Shawn, but while danger may be exciting, dodging drats isn't thrilling or exciting. I'll pass. I'll see you tomorrow. Assuming we don't get eaten in our sleep, yes. I see that you too do not let drats scare you away. Yeah, that's entirely incorrect, but sure. What, let a slavering horde of vicious monsters keep me away from seeing my favorite people? Some hero I would be. Are you hero? It's hard to tell at times. Hey! I'd like to be your hero any day. So where are all these drats coming from? They seem to be everywhere in the castle. No one has seen them outside. They must be coming from inside castle, maybe from dungeons underneath. What do you know about the dungeon? Me? Nothing. I just know Thomas spoke of them. I guess I'll say goodnight. Good night, Shawn. Don't let fire drats bite. These drats running through the school everywhere are most unpleasant. At least Mr. Turk cannot blame our class for this particular mess. With your skill, you should have no problem avoiding the drats around the castle. True, but I would rather not have to sneak around to avoid the nasty things. Yeah, it's bad enough having to sneak around just to avoid Turk. He certainly wins the biggest nuisance competition. Have you heard anything more about the drats? The drats are definitely coming from below in an area of castle that I have not found. I suspect that they are in the notorious castle dungeon. Notorious dungeon? Really? For decades, thieves have talked about rumors of a hidden treasure in the castle. They talk about death traps and monsters in the dungeon below. However, I have yet to come across the entrance to such an area. You could talk to Thomas about it. With all his studies in the library, perhaps he has discovered some of the castle's secrets. Want to take a stroll with me through the courtyard and find a place where we can talk in private? Why, Mr. O'Connor, I believe that I would enjoy doing that with you. That was most pleasant, Shawn. I hope we can do this more often. I'll see you tomorrow. Until tomorrow, sweet dreams, Shawn. Yeah, the flirtation with Joel at this point is... well, maybe it's made him careless at cards. Would you like to play cards with me? It shall be very entertaining to play cards with you. I win. So it would seem you definitely outplayed me, although I'm not entirely sure how you managed to do so. You are a quick learner. You win this game. Whoop. I beat the Poobah Master at cards. Not Poobah, but still. And he doesn't win at Poobah that often, but we'll ignore that. Let's go over to the library here. We're following a couple leads. Whoa, a chill just went up my spine. Is it just me, or does this place suddenly seem scarier? Aha! Let's talk to the librarian here. Don't have that much time before curfew, so I gotta do this quick. Does it feel colder in the library than usual? I do not notice the cold. I believe you are merely experiencing certain magical energies on a physical level. What sort of magical energy? The passageway has now been opened. That is all I will say on this matter. What passageway? Hard stare. Let's see, is Thomas here? Thomas is here. Let's briefly check in with Thomas. I've heard that the Drat invasion is caused by a Drat queen, and to get to her I need to go through the creepy guy's lair through a painting in the library. How did you find this out? I have a furry informant who knows the secret ways of the castle very well. I don't think the librarian will approve of you moving the paintings around. Well, it is for a good cause. Let's talk about the Drats here. With all these warrior Drats running around, at least we don't have to worry about Turk patrolling the halls. I bet he's quaking in his office. The warrior Drats are very dangerous. Fortunately, the warrior and paladin students are keeping the main areas clear. They're doing a bad job of it! So what's up with you tonight? Hello, I was just looking into ways to deal with the Drat invasion. It's interesting how there are no Drats in the library. I think the Drats are afraid of the librarian. They don't want to face his disapproval. Have you found anything useful about the Queen Drat? There's no mention of a Queen Drat or Warrior Drat invasions in any of the books I've found here. However, I did find an old manuscript talking about a torture chamber and a concealed stairway down to the dungeon. The handwriting on the manuscript was terrible. The one who wrote it must have been ill at the time. I couldn't make out most of the writing. However, there's a very strange phrase on the frontispiece of pages. It was clearly important. Do not linger long on your path. Duty will call you to cross an ocean of doubt. Valor will be your shield when the flames close in about you, and honor will give you direction through the winds of chaos. Remember that, and you will find your way. That seems suspiciously useful. Have you read anything else that might be useful in stopping the Drats? I found a torn page of a book underneath a shelf in the history section. It said something about how the dungeon of this castle concealed a great evil. There was a mention of betrayal and traps. What's that got to do with Drats? I'm not sure if it means anything, but I would be extra careful exploring the dungeon in search of Drats. There's also some mention of a guardian down in the dungeon. I'm not sure whether it can be avoided or not. Well, been nice talking to you, Thomas. See you later. Good night. Alright. Creepiest picture in the library is this one. I'm shivering. Why do I get such a bad feeling here? It's that feeling you get when you know you have to do something you really, really don't want to do, but you have to do it anyway. Oh, like making a phone call. If you persist upon going there, do not get yourself killed. I don't really plan on getting killed, but why not? I have no desire to clean up the mess you will make. Oh man, this thing hurts just looking at it. Now I'm gonna try to move it? The things I gotta do to be a hero. Okay, I can do this. What's the worst that can happen? It burns off my hand and I'm cursed to haunt the library forever. Play thoughts? Don't go there. Just do it. It's moving. And there's a secret passage behind it! Here goes nothing. Let's see where this thing goes. Oh boy, and here I thought the painting was scary. The whole passageway feels like a nightmare where I'm creeping down a dungeon corridor with nasty monsters about to leap out at me. Which is, of course, exactly what I'm doing right now, only hopefully with fewer monsters. There's a door up ahead. I can get out of this creepy corridor. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Voyagerman. And Turk shows up. That's interesting. Curfew, everyone out! Go immediately to your dorm room. I was in the passageway, come on! Today my soul is sailing upon the sea of bliss. Well, I guess I am talking to Aeolus and then heading back out because I am absolutely not going to endure the warrior drats for longer than I have to. How are things going for you? Wonderful! Esme and I talked about music and dance. She even showed me a few easy dance steps. Seems like you two make a great pair. A person would have to be danced not to see it. Of course, it's a natural that we're together. We'll never be sharp at each other or fall flat. We both require love to sustain us. Good night and sleep tight. Don't let the dire rats bite. Did he steal that from Esme? I think he stole that from Esme. Alright, a new save here. I think there will be Drats in the hall. But hopefully not this end. Yes, okay, okay. Doing good, doing good. Now, the library is locked up for the night. So let's go back through the secret passageway and actually make it all the way this time. Okay, it may hurt like hell to touch it, but I know I can get to the creepy corridor now. Here I go again. This feels just as claustrophobic and creepy as the first time through. It's like being stuck in a really big coffin and buried alive. And the light on the other side of this passage leads to something even more creepy. We didn't technically find that out, but... Okay, it looks much less scary here. Pelusum. Oops, I spoke too soon. Pelusum. Hello, my name is... Amovete. That went well. Okay, I'm not sure how I got here, but I'm back here. Let's, actually, I want to check my inventory real quick. Yeah, okay. We good. Here we go again. I could get used to this place like never. Let's try this again. Pelusum. Hello, I'm a friend of the librarian. Amovete. Guess that was the best thing to sit. And there we go. So that didn't go too well. Now, the clue is actually in that room, but... And I don't think... I don't actually remember how I solved it previously, so I'm just going to keep going through until I run out of options, and then try the other options that I... Well, let's try this again. Pelusum. There we go, the clever answer is correct. Tenebras frangimus. Ave. Okay, that worked. Now, this is a creepy room with a creepy guy in it. No! No what? Are you talking to me? I guess we're still not on speaking terms then. So there is a painting here, there's like a memorial, and more to I. Hi there, I'm Shawn O'Connor. Pretty fancy place you got here. I take it you've been here a while. Do you ever go out, have a night on the town, or are you more of a stay in your chair and read for the rest of your afterlife sort of guy? It's probably a good thing you don't go out on the town. Most townspeople might not quite get your whole life after death vibe. See you later. So, fun fact is that this guy likes flowers. I thought you might like to have a rose. You know, you could use something fresh around here. What do you know? He likes it. And we can't go over there. Let's check out this alcove here. This area looks like it was made of solid wood with a carving in the center. It's like a door with no obvious hinges, handle, or keyhole. I can't hear anything through it. It seems pretty thick. The thing won't budge. It must weigh a ton. Let's look at this carving. It looks like someone carved out the shape of a candle and a candle holder and surrounded it with the words Per Lucem Tenebris Frangimus. Pretty fancy stuff. Interact with the carving here. Looks like it was designed to have something placed into the carving, and I just happen to have the perfect item to place in it. The magical candle. Let's see, it's a perfect fit. And the wood knockoff itself is sliding open. I did it. I better grab the magical candle before I lose it, and hope it doesn't close it all up again. Good, it's working. Okay, here I go. Down into danger. Yay, danger. Okay, so where am I now? Cells, cages, creepy stuff. I guess this must be a torture chamber. Which means it's a good time to save. We may not have time to get through all of this. So we have here a cell. This cell is locked after all this time. However, this is no match for my lockpicking skills. Oops, of course it's no match for my skills if I oil the lock first. The lock mechanisms just need a little grease. That should do it. There it goes. So in this cell we have just look at all the rusty torture stuff. I see pincers, pokers, prodders, blades, some clamps, some whips and chains, all perfect for the torturer intent on causing pains. Hey, I feel a song coming on. There's nothing here that would really be useful for combat. These are more for the after party. That's creepy, Shawn. Let's check around the rack here. So this is... There's a dagger stuck right into his chest. Well, maybe it was more merciful than starving or dying of thirst. If you take the knife, it triggers a combat, so I'm not going to do that. It's a nice knife, but I'm not fighting things. I don't need knives. That is a very unpleasant implement. Then we have 2 cells here. With really nothing in them because they're prison cells, what do you expect? If the prisoners had valuable things, they'd be taken off of them, I assume. But we have here a slot. There's a long metal lever in this slot. I don't know whether to pull her, or take her, or leave her alone. Let's pull this one. I heard something. It's probably between a rock and a hard place. Let's steal this lever. Hey, now it comes right out of the sun. Do I get to be king now or something? So let's go look at this other wall slot. Look at this. It slides in like it was meant for it. There, perfect. I'm getting a handle on this. So let's pull this one too. Now, what was all that rumbling all about? Oh, I see what opened up. Alright, so we have revealed 2 doors. Let's look at this one. What a weird place to put a secret door in the middle of a prisoner cell. Did they want prisoners to escape? Or was it just some form of psychological torture, letting the prisoner know there was a way to escape, but they couldn't pull the lever from the cell? I'm sure no prisoner is going to find a way through this door. I don't see a keyhole, but maybe it's not locked. Okay, now that I've unbarred this door from the other side, where am I now? Aha! So the secret door in the torture chamber leads to the underground corridor. Now I know a shortcut if I ever need to torture someone in a hurry. So that's just back to the castles, but it's important to open up as many secret ways as possible. Because less going through the secret passage in the library and interacting with Mortoi and all that. A hidden door in a prison cell. I really doubt that some prisoner built this door as an escape route. So let's see where this door takes me. More stairs. Great. So, good news, it's a new area. Bad news, it's got warrior drats in it. And what do we do when we see a warrior drat? We save. There's a door over here. This heavy wooden door has a symbol of the Knight's Luminar and the words Hall of Honor carved upon it. It doesn't seem to be locked. And here there are 3 doors. Let's check my equipment here. Okay. The Shield of Honor, and there's an inscription. Here lies Jameis, magic-born, honor-bound, hero-proved, who but for a whim of fate might to his glory ride. I can see why they used a stone door. That's heavy. At the bottom of the epitaph are the letters N-E in a circle. I guess whoever's in here didn't want company. Hath the darkness risen? No, I do not sense the vile dark. It is not time. And yet, even if it were time to take arms, what good would I be? I am but a shadow of what I once was. Without whim, I am lost. Whim? Whim, my friend, my companion, my steed, where are you now? I had thought that our bonds would defy death. I thought that we would never part. Without you at my side, my strength is gone. I shall be but a candle flame against the tempest of that final battle. Without you at my side, I am alone, with only my regrets, doubts, and sorrows for eternal company. You have the option to be a complete jerk and make fun of him. But let's not be a complete jerk here. So I take it you're haunting this place just so you can again fight the Dark Ones, return and save the living. You really are a paladin, aren't you? I am merely a ghost in a deserted tomb, unable to find peace. My strength and courage is leached away by loneliness and doubt. I'll try to help you. After all the good things you did in your life, a lonely afterlife seems like a cruel fate. Huh, this neck amulet I'm wearing is icy cold right now. A blue shield with the sigil of duty, and there's an epitaph carved in here. Ipsa scientia potestas est, bereft of his light, subsumed in the grey, his name cast aside, only duty remained. Evermore stands his stone, sentinel at the gate, for betrayers of truth, death, destruction awaits. That's ominous. There's an SW engraved in a circle at the bottom of the inscription. Right, stick my ear up against a cold crypt door to listen to the silence of the grave. I'd probably freeze my earlobes off. Ugh. God. Ugh, I can't get it. Maybe it's sealed for privacy, or maybe it's just waiting for someone to die. Alright, tomb number 3. That's the Shield of Valor up there, and there's a gold inscription. Here lies Sir Hans, hero and guide. Sacrificed unknowing, his memory lives on. May those whom he taught not forget the lesson of his life. At the bottom of the door, the letters S-E are engraved in a circle. I'm not sure what that's about. The door doesn't have a lock on it. I take it as a good sign that whatever is within doesn't have to be locked up. Oof. As I was opening the door, I started to be very afraid of what I'd find in here. And since then, my fear has even gruesome. Hath the darkness arisen? Wait, Red, is that you? How long has it been since I last saw you? Have you become the hero I knew you could be? It is so hard to judge the passage of time caught between the living and the shadow. I still stand strong, but there are times when I have doubts. Terrible doubts. Please tell me, Red, what happened to you? Wait, no. You are not Red, nor has the darkness come again. I must not fall into despair. I must not lose faith. I must stand strong when the darkness returns. Is there something I can do for you? Something to help you remain strong in your convictions and not be lost to despair? I am Sir Hans of the Knights Luminar. I have fought in the wars against the Dark Ones. I have faced betrayal, cruelty, exile, and have been blamed for the death of innocents. I have sworn by my honor and my soul to face the darkness that will soon rise again. The Knights Luminar created the problem. The Knights Luminar must end it. And yet I find myself fading. I died in my bed instead of on a field of glory. Nothing I did seems meaningful now. It's all lost in the shadows of the past. If only I had a sign that what I did in life was meaningful. That I, Hans, made a difference in someone else's life. My apprentice, Red, do you know him? Has he done well for himself? Is he now a hero? Sorry, but I've never heard of Red before. It's been a long time. He's probably dead by now, too. Go then, lad. There's nothing you can do here. Leave an old ghost to fight against the demons of his own doubts and fears. Yikes, the neck amulet I've got on is like an icicle around my neck. So I have quests to help both ghosts now. And also some clues. Let's go back into the room with the Drats. Because I love Drats so much. Over here we have a door. Okay, big heavy door, no obvious handle or latch, doesn't want to budge, and no keyhole. There's got to be some other way to open it. Some other way, like perhaps... This looks like some sort of metallic device. There are a series of small levers with some tracks in the middle. I think the levers can be moved along the tracks. Now, worth noting there's a compass on the floor in here. Because when we go in and look at these... So we had clues in the tombs. And they were northeast, southwest, and southeast, I believe is the order of them. But of course, if north is that way, then I guess I may actually, let me double check that north is that way. North is diagonally up, unfortunately. But yeah, north is to the back wall. This is on the wall, so I think northeast, southwest, southeast might look like that. That sounds promising. Let's see if we can open the door now. Hey, it opens now. I guess the levers opened up the door. I love new technology like that, but what sort of fresh hell is this? So what we got here is a puzzle, and I'm gonna save again. Look at this. Is it a conspiracy against me personally, or just anyone who might want to come this way? So we got bird, lion, dragon, and pizza tiles. It's an impressive looking bird. Maybe a soaring eagle? Didn't I see this design somewhere else before? The lion is a bit scary with the teeth and all. The lion looks familiar. It's a dragon. It's striking quite the pose. I could see this emblazoned just about anywhere and looking good. Where did I see this dragon before? I'm thinking of a shield somewhere. Now that's a mighty fine pie. Pepperoni, mushrooms, peppers, and even olives. I wonder if I could talk Ifataya into adding this guy into the dinner rotation. And then we have trees. Man, someone who built this place really has a fondness for trees. First those giant reliefs in the catacombs, and now these fancy tiles. Oh, it's like a poor little flame lost its torch. I can almost feel the warmth of its ardor from here. This reminds me of the coast. I can almost hear the water crashing against the rocks. A tornado. Can't say I've ever seen one in person, but I hear they really bring the house down. So the idea here and I do not actually, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but the idea here is that each animal is connected to a specific element, and to cross tiles of that element, you have to step on the correct matching animal. And the pizza is, you can't do that. So I think it's gotta start. But we'll see if I remember this correctly. Otherwise, I have to go back and revisit Thomas's clue. Yes, start with a bird, which is going to let us move on the water here. Go to the lion, which is going to protect us against fire. And the dragon protects against wind. The lion against fire again. Dragon, wind, hawk, back to the water. And basically, once you know what the mappings are, there's only one route that actually gets you across. And I did it. I mean, I knew I would. It was just a matter of a little persistence. I'm not going to be able to get much further than this before being sent to bed, but let's try going through this door at least. Well, this room is toasty warm. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Do not rest until eradicated. Okay, think fast, Shawn. Think! So this is a room where it doesn't do any good to sneak. This door has 3 locks to keep it shut. Someone doesn't want this door to be opened. I just hope there's nothing more dangerous than this golem on the other side. I better hurry up if I want to pick this lock before that thing gets me. That's lock number 1 picked. Boy, I'm getting tired. I think I'll turn in for the night. And we teleport to bed. Whoa, slept late. Gotta go. I shall continue my lecture when Herr O'Connor ceases to yawn without the courtesy of covering his gaping mouth. As I was saying, today I shall see if you have learned how to solve the most difficult tool-use problems. We will adjourn to the lock room where I'll call upon you one person at a time to crack the big safe. I will be honored to volunteer to be the first to show you my mastery of rogue tools, sir. I applaud your eagerness, Herr Sosi. However, first up will be Herr O'Connor. The rest of you will wait in the corridor until you are summoned. Any questions or comments? Pardon me, sir, but what should we be doing about the dire rats that have invaded the school? The warriors and the paladins are supposedly dealing with the issue at the school. However, I expect every one of you to be capable of defending yourselves against the infernal creatures. Furthermore, if a member of this class were to stop the dire rat invasion, it would impress many people at the school and infuriate one of them who believes the rogue can do no good. Any further questions? Let's mock Sosi. Sir, I will be honored to be the first person to show off my mastery of tool use, sir. Yes, sir. Your eagerness, too, will be noted, Herr O'Connor. You will no doubt be disappointed to learn there's no class tomorrow. When we reconvene, we will discuss the upcoming Rogue of the Year award. Now it is time to put your abilities to the test. I will see you all shortly in the locker room. Herr O'Connor, you may lead the way. Very well, Herr O'Connor. Show to me how you disarm the trap and unlock the safe door. Okay, first I disarm the trap. Right. Aha. Of course it's Spider. Ah, good. That takes care of the trap. Time to pick the lock. This looks like an advanced lock of the Houdini class. Tricky, and it takes a Houdini 42 to open it. Sehr gut, Herr O'Connor. Fräulein Esme will be the next to disarm this trap. You may continue with your day. That will be all for now. You may go. Let's... Sir, may I speak with you for a moment? Indeed, as long as you keep it brief. So what do you think of my disarming skills there? Pretty slick, yes? You successfully disarmed the trap. I expected nothing less than that. That's it. The least you give me is a Sir Good or a clap on the back for a job well done. Herr O'Connor, you have successfully passed the advanced tool use test. However, you are failing the mandate to show proper respect for authority. Try not to push me too far. Yes, sir. Sehr gut, Herr O'Connor. I must continue administering the test. Fräulein Esme will be the next person to take this test. Hey, Sosie. The test took you long enough. Did you fail miserably or just barely disarm the trap before you set it off? What's the matter, Sosie? Are you worried about the trap since you don't have a minion to disarm it for you? It'll be hard for you to cheat with the master watching your every move. So much for your delusion of being Rogue of the Year. You aren't even Rogue of the Day. Shut up, Connor. You are nothing but another slimy drat crawling these halls. Lucky for you, I have better things to do with my life than fight with drats. Don't you have something else to do, Connor? Yay! I'm enemies with Sosie! This feels so good. So, worried about the test? Yes, a little. I've spent a lot of time disarming the practice traps, but I didn't have the master watching over me. I don't want to make a fool of myself in front of him. You don't need to let the master pick you on your lock skill. Even if you totally bomb on a trap, with your combination of smarts and roguish arts, it's a safe bet you'll be the best on the test. Thanks. Seriously, though, you'll have no trouble on this test. You hang out in the library a lot. You must know some of its secrets, like a secret passageway behind a painting. Why are you asking about this? The reason that the Drats have invaded the castle is because there's a queen Drat that controls them. I'm trying to stop her. But only way to get to her is through the dungeon, and the way to the dungeon is through a passage from the library. There's a secret passageway in the library, but it leads to the most dangerous part of the castle. You really shouldn't go down there. There's got to be another way. Not from what I hear. This is the only way to stop the Drat problem. Be careful, Shawn. There's real danger in this castle. You mean more dangerous than Master von Ufald watching you disarm a trap? Seriously, yes. Watch your step if you choose to explore the old ways. Was the safe crafting test as tough as I'm afraid it is? I've never faced a tougher trap than the one on the safe. But if you avoid the obvious guesses and try to think like the master does, you should be able to figure out the combination just fine. I'm never gonna get this. Alright, it is still morning here. My kingdom for a horse that likes stairs. Alright, we're gonna want to go back and do some skulking around and secret passages and so forth. But I want to check some of these display cases. From what it says, the items in this display are the very ones seen in the portrait behind it. It's devoted to Sir Jameis's horse, Whim. These are his breastplates, horseshoes, and bridle. Well, that seems like that might help cheer Jameis up. Let's go dig at it. This lock is no match for me. There, it's unlocked. Let's grab the bridle. Now I have something borrowed. I'll be able to attend the bridal party. And, well, this is the Famous Adventurers stuff, I believe. These are the Famous Adventurers items. I'm surprised they haven't been gilded. These are items from the ancient Mycenaean civilization that ruled over Sardonia eons ago. Yeah, interesting, but not for now. The plaque says these are some items from the castle's past: a stone from the Chaos Gate, pearls from the Gog Temple, the death mask of an ancient king, and a medal of honor for someone named Rufus Red McMurdy. Red? Wasn't that the name of Sir Hans's squire? Yes, it was. Let's go and snag his medal. I think Hans will be really happy to learn that Red became a hero, and this will prove it. Alright, now the unpleasant part. I have to hope that there aren't any Drats to deal with in the intervening passages. At least I don't have to go through the library one again. But I have definitely... Sorry, little guy, I know this must be a pain in the neck. I have definitely encountered them in the underground passage, at least on one occasion playing through previously. So, gonna be extra careful in here. And going to have to put some rats to sleep. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh, and there's another one. I really wish to get rid of these. 3 warrior drats in my way. It's a good job I stocked up on sleeping powder. Alright, I can take this shortcut here. More stairs, great. We'll sneak quickly over here and visit some ghosts. Oh. Hey, Jameis. Hath the darkness arisen? I brought you Whim's bridle. Maybe this will help you. Whim? Whim, you have returned to me. I had lost all hope that I would ever see you again. Together we shall face the future no matter what it holds for us. We shall be strong. My deepest gratitude to you, lad. May your deeds make your future as bright as you have made mine. Yay, happy ghosts. I don't know what just happened, but I suddenly feel great. I guess this is how it feels to be a hero. Alright, now over to Hans. Ugh. Hath the darkness arisen? Red, is that you? How are you? Have you become the hero you were meant to be? Here, sir, is proof that Red was every bit as much of a hero as you were. A Medal of Honor? Tell me, lad, what does it say? The medal says, to Rufus Red McMurtry for saving Sardonia, honor, valor, and duty forever. I am so proud of you, Red. Thank you. I now know what I did in life lives on through you and other heroes. My doubts are vanquished. I shall stand strong when I am again needed. Hark now and heed my words, lad. Do not linger long on your path. Duty will call you to cross an ocean of doubt. Valor will be your shield when the flames close in about you, and honor will give you direction through the winds of chaos. Remember that, and you will always find your way. It's a clue for the puzzle in the next room that we already solved. But anyway, I helped the ghosts. Because I'm just that heroic. And now we get to, well, let's actually switch to run mode first. Get to do some dodging of an unconventional type. I need to be clever here and quick, yes. Let's have a new save. Because if that thing catches you, it is game over. So we want to kind of... Now there's two of these doors, each of which has 3 locks to pick. That's lock number 1 picked, and it's necessary to do this business with luring the golem away multiple times. Stop shaking hands, we can do this. Yes, that's lock number 2 picked. I better hurry up if I want to pick this lock before that thing gets me. Got it. And yes, whichever of these I go through first, I'm going to have to go through. I'm going to want to go through both of them, so I'm going to need to come back. But wow, I barely got out of there alive. So where am I now? What sort of danger will I find here? Well, let's go back to stealth mode. Let's save, because we made it through the golem lair, albeit only in one direction. This must be where they dump the old used practice targets. I figured they used them for firewood. Okay, this looks like it's the backside of a concealed door, so where does this one go? Okay, removing the bar and sliding the door open. Ah, this is the practice area. I wonder if I can go back through the other way now that I know how this opens. Alright, now maybe if I push this just right, I can open up the passageway. If I'm so bravely entering into danger and certain death, why do I feel so afraid? Whoever heard of a cowardly hero? So we're gonna have to go back through the golem room and get to the other door to get to our final destination here. Which is actually kind of what I was hoping for, but I didn't remember which door was which, so I got lucky. Returning to that golem room seems like I'm tempting the fate of being clever to death, but it's not like I have a choice. I need to be clever here and quick. So, where is it? Me. It is right below me. Okay. That was fun. Let's go up these stairs and get to work on these locks. Let's try again this time. Yes, that's lock number 2 picked. And stop shaking hands, we can do this. Got it. I was lucky to get out alive from that last room. Wonder what horrors this room will bring. Well, so far nothing jumped out at me. That's a good start. Time for another save. Pretty standard looking door, but there are a lot of claw marks along the bottom of the frame. The hinges are rusty, but it doesn't have a lock on the door. I don't see a trap on the door, but the rusty hinges could set up an ambush on the other side, assuming there is something on the other side to ambush me. Let's see if this will make the door a little bit less noisy and easier to open. I hear a lot of chittering noises on the other side, and there's a strong smell of drat coming from the next room. This might be the place I'm looking for. Alright, let's see what horrors lie behind this door. This place smells like drats. Human! I smell human! Uh-oh. Come to me, human. Come before me. Yikes. Closer. Come closer, you. I have smelled you before. You smell of death. The death of my children. Face me, human. I never killed any drats. Let's... approach with caution. Okay. What are you? Silence, human! I am queen of all Drats, and you have intruded into my lair. I will let my faithful feed upon your corpse for your insolence. However, you may prove useful. I smell it. I smell it on you, my darling, my power, my prize. Give it back. Give it back to me. What are you talking about? My magical amulet. The vile Proach stole it from me. The Proach grew powerful from my magic. Is this what you're talking about? Yes. Give it to me. Give it now. I'd be happy to give you the amulet, if you first agree to leave this castle with all your people once you have it back. I will kill you and let my children feast upon you. I killed your drats and snuck past the giant Proach, remember? I will kill you and all your children unless you leave this place forever. So what's it gonna be? Make a deal or die? Very well. Give me my amulet and we dire rats shall leave this accursed place forever. Fine, but if you go back on your word, I'll know where to find you. My amulet! My lovely amulet! Now, go! Well, I was lucky to get out of there alive. Drat problem solved. Heck yeah. And it's only 1:15 in the afternoon. Which... actually, let's go up and through the gazebo. This goes back up to the courtyard. Yeah, the fact that I still brag about killing Drats is strange, but I suppose, sounds like Sophia is sharpening a knife. They don't pay me enough to put up with this crap. Ghosts were bad enough. Now there are Drats everywhere. Hi, Sophia. May I say you're looking lovely today? Not too fond of Drats, are you? No, particularly not when I find one climbing on my desk while I was sitting in it. Well, what did you do? What every self-respecting damsel in distress does, sweetie. I pulled my dagger from my boot and skewered the thing. It took me an hour to get the bloodstains off my desk. The Drats seem to be everywhere in the castle. Well, you're the hero, honey. It's in your job description to help damsels in distress, so go get rid of the Drats. So what do you hear about the Drats? All I know is... Well, from what I hear, the instructors are all encouraging their students to deal with this menace while they sit back and watch. Apparently, the headmaster decided to use the situation to test the students' courage and resourcefulness. Of course, he had the professor set up wards so the Drats couldn't get near him. I'll see you later. Maybe, if someone doesn't stop these Drats soon, I'm not going to just sit here. Drat exterminating is not in my job description. Head over to the rec room. Get some recreating done. I think it's still thundering. If I can just learn to get a grand poobah without getting royally flushed. Haha. Hi, Chrono Travis. It's the same universe as Quest for Glory. The mechanics are often different, so it's not dissimilar at all. This is my cue to rack up a little practice time. Let's see, the angle of an incidence equals the angle of reflection, whatever that means. Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. Oh yeah, it ties in a lot with Quest for Glory. We got Ugarte's son is one of the students. We got someone who's in some way related to the Mordavian shapeshifters. We got the Blackbird. Okay, concentrate. Be the ball. I'm all snookered out for today. I just like that pun. That's all. Never so busy I can't take a few moments for a little practice. But I missed it. I think I'm getting a little better. You know, you keep saying that, Shawn. The early dinner bell. Food is definitely the best thing about this place. Let's see how we doing on the stats here. So close to maxing gaming. So close. Not doing so badly on a number of other stats. And there are no longer Drats cluttering up the place. Let's read the menu. It's been a while. Let's see, what's the menu for today? Egyptist cuisine. Hummus, Aish Masri, Koshari. Okay, no clue. Congratulations on stopping the Drat invasion, Shawn. Yeah, nice work. I think you even impressed the Master by doing that. You were very brave to face Dungeon and Drat Queen. Now everyone at school will know that disbarred bards can be heroes too. I must admit that I enjoyed watching Cesare looking around for Drats in the hallways to prove you wrong. The look of displeasure on his face was most entertaining. And now with the Drats gone and the test over, we can all relax and enjoy outwitting each other at Poobah! And win all of Soci's ill-gotten gains. Dinner time is over! Stop lollygagging and clean up your messes! Poobah time! See if I remember how to play. Considering we didn't have it the last time we had a test. What game is the sport of kings? Poobah, Poobah, it's cards and bluffing, betting rings, oh, the Poobah way. Going to play all night until the break of light. Bet my money on a Poobah hand, hope somebody starts to play. It's catchy, but I think it needs work. It's very clever, Aeolus. Let's see, will Soci talk to me? Say farewell to your Lyra, Connor. They will be mine before the evening is over. And that's all he'll say. Let's chat with everyone briefly. Isn't it interesting how all us disbarred bards, as well as one unbarred bard, come together here to try to deceive, delude, and take everyone else's money? So are you suggesting that the one thing that unites rogues is greed? It's not really about the greed, it's about winning the game with every trick in the book. Yeah, winning at Poobah is good, but wiping the smirk from Soci's face is great. You clearly like to gamble. You were willing to risk everything to find the pirate treasure. Before I came here, I had to make a choice. I could stay at home with Ian, or take a chance to come to this weird school. If I'd stayed at home, I would probably end up married to my stupid cousin. Having made that one choice to change my life entirely, it's a lot easier to make other ones. Preach, Katie. You willing to take a chance with me? That depends. Are you willing to risk venturing to the sea caves with me? I'd risk anything for you. Okay, meet me at the base of the stairs in the sea caves tomorrow after breakfast and we'll spend the day together. Yes, I am flirting outrageously with both Katie and Joel because I can. After all, that's what being a rogue is all about, right? I wonder who will be big winner tonight. Somehow I do not think Soci will be doing very well. So you're dating Aeolus now? Aeolus asked me to go to Caligari with him tomorrow. We shall see how well that goes. Have fun. Yes, I think we will. Did you talk to Joel about this Poobah game? No, but I can tell Joel is hunting for blood tonight. It's easy to think Joel is just a nice vimpy guy. I will not make that mistake again. He is not a vimp. Good luck at Poobah. Maybe you will be lucky too. Who, me? Lucky? Let's talk to Aeolus here. Ready for the big game? This should be an exciting match, don't you think? Besides, anytime I'm in the room with Esme, my heart sings with excitement. Make up any new songs lately? I've got something I'm working on right now. I should have it finished later tonight. I look forward to hearing it. How's it going between you and Esme? Esme is clearly my soulmate. When she dances, a concerto plays in my heart. So, who do you think will win this game tonight? I'm going to try my best to win the game so I can make enough money to support Esme in a style she deserves. That's... See you later. I'm looking forward to it. Sweet in a really impractical way. Shall we give Cesare a lesson in Poobah tonight? You think we can beat Soci at Poobah tonight? The odds of winning will be in our favor this evening. What makes you so sure that Soci will lose? Let us say that up till now, Cesare has always been extraordinarily lucky in his hands at Poobah. Sadly, though, Cesare's luck runs out tonight. Are you suggesting that we cheat at cards? Do you think that I would stoop to such a vile thing? It is only that the playing field has been leveled, my friend. Cesare has always depended upon my support. Tonight, he will only have my enmity. Does this mean that Sosi cheats at Poobah? Clearly, Cesare takes advantage of every opportunity to change the odds in his favor. However, Cesare is not as clever or as skilled as you or I are, my friend. Poobah isn't just a matter of what cards you hold, it is about how you play those cards. For once, Cesare will not be able to bully his way to winning. I'll talk to you later. Indeed, I hope the game will begin soon. Let's see. I think I'll give Joel something. I found this bottle of golden wine and I thought you might like it. This is a very fine and expensive wine. I will savor this gift. Thank you. And last but not least, I'm beginning to understand what Joel meant when he told me I would learn a lot about human nature by playing Poobah. So are you starting to enjoy the game now? Not really. I don't care for situations where somebody has to lose in order for someone else to win. So why'd you decide to play tonight? Joel admitted to me that he had previously held back betting against Cesare on the basis of their friendship. Tonight, Joel intends to win. Joel said there's a way to determine when Cesare is bluffing. I'll have to see if I can tell when Cesare is lying or telling the truth. Learning how to tell when Cesare is being deceitful is probably a very useful skill to develop. Hey, it's easy to tell when Cesare is being deceitful. He's talking. What did you learn about human nature from playing Poobah? I always assumed the games are supposed to be played for fun, but it seems like Poobah is more about the money than it is about the fun. Winning is everything. However, there's more to Poobah than just greed. The real excitement comes when people bet and try to convince the other person that they have the winning hand. I think playing a hand of Poobah is like a rogue trying to pull off a scam. It's the challenge of the con rather than making the money that gives Poobah its appeal. It really is the perfect game for rogues. And clearly, I need to learn how to bluff. Have fun tonight. I think I'll do just that. Alright. Talked to everybody. Going to save. In case we have to save scum here, and we'll start the Poobah game by talking to Aeolus, because why not? Yes, the game is afoot. It's a shoe thing. I'll win. Yet again, I start out the game by being the dealer. You could all just give me your money now, rather than suffer through all your losses. How about no? Okay, we're going to be conservative first here. Okay, starting off reasonably good here, and the cards again fall in my favor. I mean, that wasn't a high value hand, but yeah, we'll stay in for a bit. Though I don't like the looks of this. We got Fizzbin face showing there. We got at least a Fizzbin there. And, well, Esme's not. No, Poobah face is showing, but still. Can't tell with Thomas. And now we got a Poobah face. I'm out. I shall instead enjoy watching Sosi not win this one because he's only showing Fizzbin. It's about time that I win. Two Fizzbins showing. And she folded. That's odd. However, Thomas is still a danger there. Oh, getting the heck rid of that. Okay, so she won that one, but it was only 69 lira. I can tolerate that. Katie clearly doesn't know how to deal well. Of course, apparently neither do I. Nice, right? We staying in this one for... Yeah, we're staying in this one. Not liking seeing Joel betting because he doesn't have any tells at all. Except for the best, but it seems, Cesare, that luck isn't always on your side. I'm out. Aeolus has a poobah. Wow, that's some high hands. Looks like I'm the lucky one. This has not been a very profitable game so far, but this is a good hand. Oh, and Sosie's out. Come on. Let's go up. Yes, that's right. Be confident. I admire that in my friends. And other people. You were betting on a meh, Aeolus? Come on. Don't think of this as your loss. Think of it as my gain. I see two poobahs. I'm out. Aeolus is actually winning. Lucky, lucky me. I know it's painful, but... Fine, let's go up. And winning with the good Mimi. Boy, nobody's being very confident here. But Thomas is in. That's trouble. Alright, we'll go up. Alright, so my odds... Basically, Thomas most likely has something higher than me, but... At this point, it's just Aeolus, who of course had it. Had an even chance there, or not an even chance, because the probabilities aren't the same. It's been a tense poobah game tonight here at Hero University. We're down to the final hand of this exciting match. Who will take home the big pot in a competition that pits former friends now turned bitter enemies against one another? Will we see a showdown between them, or will someone else steal the prize? Aeolus, shut up and play! I like Aeolus's narration, actually. Let's bet. Go big or go home. Although I do not like that smile on Esme. Okay, I'm winning the last hand. That's gonna be fun. Come on, folks, bet. Gotta have that lira. And that's the last hand? What a shame. I was just starting to take all your money. Oh well, there's always next time. Attention everyone, it is now curfew time. I expect all of you to return to your dorm rooms immediately. No exceptions. Life is easier to get through when there's someone who loves you. Hi, Aeolus. So are you going out with Esme? Yes, I wrote this song about her. Just a rover child, wild and lovely when she smiled. She knew she had to find a life somewhere new. Tired of the need to roam, all she wanted was a home. So she planned to go to Hero U. A rover in a caravan figured that she had to demand for her right that she go to school. Not to play the fool by another's rule. So she journeyed up and down the countryside, hoping to succeed in her quest. Seeking knowledge, going off to find the college, trying to prove she's the best. She just can't just give in. She really wants to win. She will be true. She'll keep trying. Roaming woman's flying. She's now here at Hero U. She'll find our future. No one's gonna stop her here at Hero U. You think she'll like it? Esme should be flattered that you were singing her life in words. So are you doing anything special for the free day? Esme said she'd go to town with me and we'll go for a walk on the beach later on. It will be so romantic. You won't have to worry about the Drats running around the halls now. I've dealt with the problem. Really? How'd you get rid of the Drats? I tracked the dire rats to the lair of their queen. She was a huge, monstrous creature, so swollen she could hardly move. She had magical powers and she could summon Drats to attack. What did you do? The queen Drat was missing a magical amulet. She sent all of the Drats into the castle to find it. I gave her the amulet and made her swear to keep her Drats out of the school. Great! You really are a hero. So when are you going to clean the rest of this room up? I'll try to get to it tomorrow. See you in the morning. Is that a promise or a warning? And we have an apple core. Oh, looky, yet another apple core. I suppose it could be worse. It could be a dead Drat. Yep, it's definitely an apple core, and it was chewed upon by a quirk. Apple cores belong in the trash, not on my desk. Still, it's better on the desk than on my bed. Let's take a quick stroll by the other bedrooms to see if there's anything to listen to. There isn't. Every time I am called upon to sing as Aeolus, I think I managed to make it worse. Heya, heya, hero! You did it! You did it, boss! You saved the Quirks! Way to go! What, no hiya pleased to see ya for me? Okie dokie, I really am happy to see ya. You did good, boss. So are the Quirks all glad that the Drats are gone? Yeah, most of the Quirks didn't dare go out of our hidey holes. Even some of our best finders. We was running out of food. So now that it's over, guess who got promoted to top finder? Congratulations, what did you find? I found you! So now you're the big hero of this hassle, and I'm a big hero of the Quirks! I thought you said that I would be a hero of the Quirks. Well, I may have exaggerated about that part, but you'll definitely be remembered fondly, even if you did make us return everything we found around here. Apparently I don't have anything left to give it. So I guess I'll be seeing you. Not if I can help it, boss. We Quirks are gonna try and stay away from the school for now. Less trouble that way. But I can't help hoping you'll see fit to leave me an apple or two, just as a sign of goodwill. Please, please, pretty please. I really do love apples. Oh, I almost forgot. We Quirks decided to give you a little present we came across in our hunting. Hope you like it. I hope you like it. It's special. Bye-bye, boss, and thanks for helping us. Well, no time like present to leave an apple for the Quirk, I guess. I'll just leave the Quirk an apple here. Maybe the Quirk's hungry now that he can't just find things in the castle. And it's getting late. And apparently I have a date tomorrow, so... So let's actually go through the next day and then, or at least part way through the next day. Ah, it feels good to sleep in. Since there's no class, I think I'll have a nice large breakfast today. Where is everyone? Why would anyone get up early on a day off? Then again, maybe they sleep in over breakfast. I know which I would choose. Let's drop off another apple. And I think I said that I would meet Katie. And so as a gentleman, and somebody who's bored of training, I should do that. Ahoy, Shawn! You made it! Of course, I'd never miss a chance to be with you. But why are we meeting here in the sea caves? It's pretty, yes, but Gogs kind of spoil the romance. Well, I just so happened to have recently come into possession of my very own private vessel. A pirate ship, in fact, slightly used, of course. Complete with zombie pirates? That sounds even more romantic. Pretty sure we got rid of the zombie pirates. Besides, where's the fun in sneaking off to a private rendezvous without a little danger? I assume that's why Joel wants to meet at the Dread Gazebo all the time. Here we are. Isn't the view of the sea caves from this deck beautiful? I'm more interested in the beautiful view on the deck myself. Sometimes you need to know the right things to say. Sometimes I even know the right things to do, too, such as cuddling here with you. Am I going to make a decision between them? I have absolutely no plans on that at this point. How was your day off? How are things with you today? I'm singing about the dame. How can I explain? It's a wonderful emotion. I'm happy again. He just doesn't understand meter. So how was your free day? Wonderful! Esme and I had a great time walking along the beach and singing silly love songs together. I can't. I absolutely can't. They were just cuddling, Summer. Get your mind out of the gutter. Would you please clean up this room? Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. I'll dream a little dream of Esme. That's, very sweet, Aeolus. Herr O'Connor, either pay attention in class or return to your own room to sleep. As I was saying, all of you did reasonably well on your safe test in our last class. The final exam of the semester will be given to you 3 days hence. I suggest you study and review all prior lessons for it. As part of that exam, you will be asked to choose the person you think deserves the title Rogue of the Year. I want you to think about this for the next few days. Has anyone in this classroom gone out of his or her way to do things that made the school or your life a little better? Rogue of the Year is not a popularity contest. It is a title earned by your actions in class and outside of it. In addition, you will justify why you yourself deserve to win the title of Rogue of the Year. What outstanding act of roguery did you accomplish in the course of the semester? Think about what positive difference you have made in the lives of those around you. Convince me that you deserve the title. Are there any questions or comments? If this isn't a popularity contest, Master, why are you asking for the biased opinions of the other students? One of the most important skills for rogues to develop is charm. If you have not made friends of your classmates during the course of the semester, then you have missed a critical lesson of being a rogue. Friends are important. Any other questions? Will this final exam be multiple choice or an essay? Yes. Very well, you are dismissed. That'll be fun. We are almost at the end of the semester in the Rogue of the Year award. It's been a very exciting time at the school, don't you think? Are you eager for the semester to end? It may seem odd to admit, but I am not looking forward to the end of the school semester. I have enjoyed being here at the university. After all, I met you here. I've never had a true friend before. So who do you think will win Rogue of the Year title? I am most certainly voting for you to win the title. You saved my life. And alas, poor Cesare will be most disappointed to learn that no one other than himself considers Cesare to be the best. So what happens when the semester ends? The next school semester won't be for a long while. I will be going home to Somaria unless I suddenly discover the Raven. Or if someone makes me an offer I can't refuse. So what's going on in the rumor mills? I have been noticing that Master von Uwald never seems to leave his office after class. I suspect he has a passageway concealed in his room. Interesting. See you later. I look forward to it. Mind if I drag you away from your work for a little rest and relaxation? I will be most grateful to go off with you, though I'm not too sure about the relaxation part of your proposal. I find you much too exciting to relax around. Isn't it obvious I find you exciting too? Oh yes, I can tell. Really, Summer? Let's see if the Master's in. He is not. Let's see if there's any stats I care to train in here. And not really. Every time I do this, I think, please let this be the last time. Let's, go do some practicing and studying and so forth. I think I'm going to get through the game day and then call it a day before we get to the next pieces of plot. Don't remember exactly when they come up, but we're going to have more plot. Let's see, no Thomas. Not particularly interested in conversing with the librarian at this point. Let's do some studying. The book emphasizes using willpower to accomplish any goal. Huh, that sounds a lot like Moxie. No, really? Well, let's train our Moxies a little more here. It's about daring to be different and doing what you want no matter what others say. My stomach's starting to growl. Better hurry off to the dining hall sometime soon. Like within the next minute. Oops, I'm late for dinner. Gotta rush. So the moral of the crowbar is, if at first you don't achieve, pry again. You know, Shawn, anyone who has to listen to your jokes will understand why you're a disbarred bard. When Shawn pontificates, he raises the bard on fundamental principles of punniness. Remind me why we don't strangle you both to put us out of our misery? Maybe because we're cute? And punny to boot. Ugh. What are you people doing lollygagging around here? Dinner time is over. Clean up your places and get out. Connor, I want to see you in my office. Come with me. I had a meeting with your patron over the break. He's extremely displeased that Gerhard remains at the school, and this is clearly your fault. What did you find in Gerhard's office? There must be something useful hidden there. Let's be honest, why not? I tried everything I can, but I still can't break into Gerhard's office. The master has his door so booby-trapped I can't get close to disarming and unlocking the door. Worthless! You aren't even a good thief! Your patron is a very dangerous person. If you don't find what he wants soon, you may learn just how dangerous he can be. Your patron seems to think Gerhard has some sort of raven statue hidden here at the school. Look for it! If you can't break into Gerhard's office soon, we'll just have to find a different way. For now, though, keep an eye out for the raven. That's interesting. And actually, I should go back up the other side here and see if anyone is talking in the faculty lounge. Yep. Whose voices do I have to do this time? Das ist genug. Herr Tuck, you will cease to harass my students. You will not interrupt my classroom. It does not matter how many demerits you give my students. No one gets kicked out of this school without my say-so. Do I make myself clear? Your students are a menace to society. They are a disgrace to this school. They have no place in an institute for heroism. Allow me to clarify my position, then. From this point onward, you will not so much as speak to one of my students or this heroic institute. You will have no place for you. I will see that you are removed from the premises, preferably by force. But I was only doing my job! That is what they all say, Tuck. That is what they all say. Yes, go get him, Gerhard. Oops, I better get away from this door before someone leaves this room in a huff. I actually don't think I've ever eavesdropped on that conversation before. Just goes to show. Katie and Esme are talking about tests. Maybe I should study for the final now. It would be very bad to fail this last test. I don't think there's any amount of studying needed to pass the master's test. I think Gerhard wants us to think about his questions rather than what the answers should be. Besides, we're rogues. We don't need to take a test to prove it. play my cards right, I bet I can raise my game. I'm shooting for complete and total mastery here. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I can see that you're studying hard for the final exam. Yes, I'm just slaving away at the books and studying my notes. Wouldn't want to fail the final. I might get expelled. Good thing for you, the semester's almost over. You might perish from all that hard work. I really enjoyed our date in the sea caves. We should do that again sometime soon. There's no time left for dates this semester. It's almost over. What about after school is out? Maybe I could meet you in Caligari? I'd really like that, Shawn. I'll be staying at the Lucky Lady Inn. Come up and see me sometime. I'll do that. Good night and sweet dreams. Sleep well, Shawn. I want to see. What about you, Shawn? Will you be back here next semester? How was your date with Aeolus? We spent the evening dancing and singing on seashore. It was very sweet and romantic. Don't worry about the final, Esme. If Gerhard hasn't expelled us by now, he's not going to do it on the basis of one little test. You're most likely right, but I want to do my best. I always want to do my best. She's so wholesome. I love her. And Joel, my sweet. How strange to think this semester of Hero U will soon be over. I take it you aren't looking forward to leaving Hero U. Alas, no. I had hoped that my investigations to find the Raven would have uncovered its whereabouts by now. Sadly, I shall be returning to Samaria without it. You can always search for it next semester, can't you? With all the time and money I spent working for Caesarea, I do not have enough lira to cover my tuition here at the school. Unless I come across a large sum of cash soon, I will not be back. How much is the tuition? The tuition for Hero U is 500 lira. I was given a loan from several former associates of my father to pay for this semester. I shall have to repay them with interest before I can acquire enough money to return here. Well, let's be generous here. Kill Caesarea and steal his riches. I like that. I do. I unfortunately think it's against the school rules. Why don't I loan you the tuition money? You would do that for me? Sure, what are friends for? I could not ask for a better friend than you, Shawn. So after all the investigation you've done on the Raven, what have you learned? In the memorial to the last Raven of Thieves in the catacombs, there is a painting of the two brothers who once ruled Sardonia. It is a very good painting. There is a striking family resemblance between them. They remind me of someone else I know. You would not know why I think of you when I see them, do you? I'm pretty sure that my father was the Raven of Sardonia. However, he's been dead for so long I don't remember him or my uncle. Then, the Raven. Do you know where it is? Sorry, but I hadn't heard of the statue or the Raven of Thieves until I came here. Ah, but when you do find the Raven and claim your heritage, think of your good friend Joel, no? Don't worry, if and when I find the Raven, I will let you know. I'll see you later. It will be, as always, a pleasure. Let's see if he'll play some cards with me. I win. So it would seem you definitely outplayed me, although I'm not entirely sure how you managed to do so. Well played, Mr. O'Connor. You are at least a match for me. And let's also... I don't remember if I ever actually beat Katie at darts. Let's try and do that. I win. So you did. Good game. You seem to be getting the hang of it now. Is that the best you can say, Katie? You seem to be getting the hang of it. Alright, I have time to practice one more thing. Let's play some billiards. Just need to hit this at the right angle. Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. Curfew, out of here at once! This recreation will cease. Everyone return to your dorm room immediately. I will be watching you. I actually really like that line. Can you believe we're almost finished with this semester? Yay! Of course, first we have to do the term papers, exams, and music recitals. I guess I better start reading my required reading for bards. How How far back is this required reading, Aeolus? So what's new with you today? I've been working on my latest song. There's me today. You looked at me and took my breath away. What can I say? And so I know all I want is a chance to be your beau. My love will grow. I just want to say that I need you and that my heart is true. I hope you love me too. So I'll try and see if you like me as I do with you. I love you. You think Esme will like it? I'm sure Esme will think your song is really romantic. If you're so worried about the finals, why don't you get started on them sooner? I get around to studying tomorrow. What about you? Don't you need to study? I learn things as I go along so I don't have to cram for exams. The price of putting off for tomorrow what can be done today is the pressure building up from the weight of all that guilt. Shawn, don't call me out like this. I was sort of supposed to be working on my dissertation today and I totally didn't. But anyway, how about cleaning up this room before the school year ends? I'll put it on my list of things to do. Get some rest. I need all the beauty sleep I can get. I mean, he actually has done a fair bit of cleaning. It's just, over here, there's still a bit of a problem. Alright, let's be virtuous and study. Unlike me. And, actually I'm just going to call that it for today. I think it's a good place to stop before bed as usual. So I'll save here and I will be back for another stream tomorrow when I will have done some work on my dissertation, so I will be less guilty. But for now, so long. Thanks for joining me, and see you soon.